What's up, Studley? This is Ricky from Team Project Attraction. We got a question today from another badass on this team named Tori, and he just sent me a message over on Instagram and was wanted my humble opinion on using reverse psychology on girls and how effective it is, and using such things as telling a girl we should take things slow, or I think it's better if we should just be friends. And yeah, reverse psychology works great on girls on so many different levels. And basically you're stealing the power in the situation from them. Because why do girls say things like that? Why do girls say things like, I want to take things slow, or we should just be friends? Well, it's so they have control of the situation between you two, the relationship, even if it is just friends or whatnot. So yeah, by doing that, by stealing that role, you have the power and you can kind of control it, and that's great. And that can be used over like the whole relationship of you guys knowing each other, or just in the moment too. I like using it as a flirtatious thing, as like saying to a girl, we probably shouldn't kiss, and saying that with my words, but with my body, I'm pulling her in like to make out with her. And it stimulates her on two different levels, and it stimulates actually two parts of her brain too, because why girls say things like that, like we should just be friends, or I want to take things slow, it doesn't mean that she doesn't necessarily like you. I got a Tinder update. Ignore that. It doesn't mean she wants to, when a girl says she wants to take things slow, that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't like you, but she has like some alarms going off in her head, and she wants to just make sure before she has sex with you or dates you or whatever, that this is a good decision. So why I like to use those frames before they do, and a frame is just you are defining what your relationship is. It just, or the situation or anything. A frame is just how you define it. If you're the first one to define it, and then you can get the other person to agree on it, then that's what that is. So yeah, so as far as like making out with a girl, or in any aspect, you can verbally steal that from them, so you have the frame, and then you always have the right to change your mind. So even the best one, another really good one is, and you'll run into this when you start getting good with women and flirting with them, you'll be flirting with a girl at the bar and they'll be like, why don't you come back to my place? And you'll run into where a lot of girls say, well, okay, we can do that, we can have drinks at your place, but we're not having sex. So what you can do, a little trick, is just say, okay, we're going back to my place, but we're not having sex. So that puts you in control of that. And then you always have, if you guys end up making out and, things are getting hot and heavy later on, you always have the right to change your mind. And girls do too, right? So when people say things like that, they put little roadblocks up. That means it's like, look, I like you, but I'm not too sure. I'm just making sure you're a good guy. So they're putting a little roadblock up just to keep themselves safe. But if you're a safe guy, which you are, then you don't have to worry about it, and you can actually use that to your advantage too. If you use that frame, like we should be friends, or we should take things slow, then they can't use that too. It doesn't make sense for them to say that too. Like if you say, yeah, I think we should be friends, and they're like, yeah, we should be friends, you're like, yeah, I know. See, it puts you in control. Now, here's the little caveat to this. If you are going to use these frames and use that, like we should take things slow or we should be friends, that's fine. But you still need to maintain a challenging, non-needy, sexually flirtatious vibe with the girl if you want to get sexual with her or date her. Okay? So you can totally hook up with friends that are girls, friends of yours that are girls, but you have to be flirtatious with them. The problem a lot of guys do, and this is why guys get friend zoned and then don't get laid and get frustrated, is it's all in the behavior. And so if you're treating her like a friend all the time and not putting out any sexual vibes to it, then she's like, yeah, he just wants to be friends. By his behavior, he is telling me he wants to be a friend of mine. But if you're like the friend that's flirtatious and sexual and kind of throws like, damn girl, your ass in those jeans, oof, like we should probably kiss right now, just little flirtatious things here and there, then she gets by your behavior like, oh, this is a flirty guy who sleeps with girls, who sleeps with his friends that are girls. It's no big deal. So just remember that if you're going to use this, all right? I'll talk to you later. Peace.
little piggy got a house made of bricks. Hand over hand over hand over fist. This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Huff and puff, bitch, you ain't blowing down shit. This little piggy got a house